Alright guys, and welcome to Son of Scotland TV. Yeah, I decided I need a separate channel for reviews, opinions, lists, shit like that. Need to keep all that separate from my gaming channel. So if you want to subscribe to the gaming channel, go to Son of Scotland 90, but Son of Scotland TV is going to be the home to all that shit I just said. So anyway, enough about that. Let's get straight on to this week's Raw review. Raw is London. So I don't have much expectations for WWE or Raw anymore, but this was actually a pretty decent show. Raw started with John Cena coming out, doing the usual US open invitation thing. Wade Barrett comes out to a decent pop, you know, in his home country. You would expect that. He says, why wait till Extreme Rules when he can win a title tonight? Makes sense. And he has a decent match with Cena. Alright, Cena's not a great wrestler, we all know this. He's not a technical god by any means, but you know, it was a decent match. There was false finishes. Both guys hit their finishers. You know, there was 2 counts, all this shit, reversals. You know, not a great match, but it was fun and exciting. Even though you knew Cena was going to win it, it was still a decent match. Cena wins with the springboard stunner, then the AA. After that, Rusev comes out, batters him with a chain, and says he wants a Russian chain match. And what the hell is this? It's just going to be like a variation of like a, I don't know, some cowboy rope shit match. You know what I mean? He could at least described it, or Lana could have described it. I'm sure we'll find out next week what it is, but I've got a pretty bad feeling it's going to be like either you tie a chain to each other, or there's a chain tied above the ring and the first person to get it can use it, and that would be really lame. So anyway, moving on. I believe it was the Divas Battle Royal, which Paige was victorious in, and that was cool, you know. Then she went on and done a promo, which was pretty touching, you know, about how she started here and paid money to wrestle matches just to get to the WWE. It was a nice moment for her in front of her home crowd until that fat ass attacks her. Then rams her into the barricade a few times, you know, with a beatdown. And then later on she explains that she's done it, she's beat the Bella Twins or whatever, she wants a title match. But really, she's a bit athletic, but she's not a good wrestler, she's not a good talker. So she shouldn't be anywhere near the title picture. You know, it should have been Paige's moment, Paige's night. For some reason, they decided to ruin it to try and make this Trinity or whatever her name is, Naomi, look strong, you know, but she didn't look strong. I don't know, she just came across as a sore loser to me. So anyway, moving on. Then we had Roman Reigns, and surprisingly, this is probably the best promo I've ever seen Roman Reigns do. It wasn't a good promo, but always a lot of promos have been dog shit, so this one wasn't, so it's an improvement. Then Big Show came out, you know, beat him up a wee bit, threw him against the taxi, choke slam on top of the taxi. It was decent, you know. I mean, it's not often you see any like environment attacks like this in WWE anymore. That shit doesn't really happen. So to see them using weapons and shit and using, you know, vehicles, it was pretty decent, like, to be honest. So then we had, I believe it was Randy Orton taking on Cesaro. If he wins, he gets to choose the stipulation. This wasn't really. So they made it out that both Seth Rollins and Randy Orton were facing opponents tonight, but if they both won, they both got a stipulation, which doesn't really make sense. They could have said, I thought it would have been like whoever wins in the quickest time possible, but that's not the way it went down. So anyway, Orton wins by DQ. Kane comes out and announces a handicap match, and Orton wins anyway. So it was bad enough having Orton beat Cesaro, but why have them beat both of them? It makes no sense to me. Why not restart the match just against Tyson Kidd? For Orton to beat the tag team champions just makes them look really weak. Could they not have just went with the DQ, or had the handicap match ending at DQ? Just made zero sense to me to have one man beat two, and especially that two is the tag team champs. But you know, whatever. And then we moved on to Luke Harper versus Dean Ambrose. Just a throwaway match, really. Nothing exciting here. And then we'd Stardust facing Fandango, another jobber match, really. And then at the end, he says that he shouldn't be dancing with that Latino-looking chick, Rosa Mendes, and he says that he needs to dance with everyone else. Then he starts doing the thing, and you know, whatever. I can't remember the tune. Why am I doing Aaron Rose's tune? He goes, I can't remember, but anyway, he does that wee tune and all the London fans seem to love it or whatever. They downloaded it last year and it got to a high rating, or high ranking in the charts. So the day of that, everyone's happy. Then what happened after that, man? Can't remember. Memory is shocking. I think Big Show came up, Daniel Bryan, they're having backstage segments with Kane, and they were decent segments. You truly don't know what Kane's going to do tonight. You kind of think that he's actually not going to lie down, but anyway, so we got into the match. Kane comes out, he thinks he's going to lie down there. After debating it, he ends up chokeslamming Rollins and then lies down and has Rollins pin him. I wasn't expecting it to go that way. I was either expecting one or the other. I wasn't expecting Kane to actually, beat up Rollins and then let him pin him. So that surprised me. But at the end of the day, Rollins wins. Kane's still the authority's bitch or whatever it is. He's a shadowy and former self. That's what it is. Fuck, guys, can't remember what happened next. I'm saying it was a good show, but really it couldn't have been that good. Can't remember jack shit, man. Oh yeah, with Adrian Neville versus Dolph Ziggler, that's probably a good match. Maybe the match of the night. Can't remember any other great matches, if I'm being honest. Yeah, this was far better than the Cena match, I believe. Yeah, it was. Ziggler wins, then Sheamus comes out, attacks them both. So I don't know what they're doing with Neville. They're not burying him, because let's be honest, he's having competitive matches with people that are rated highly, that are like upper mid carders. So he's definitely not being buried or anything like that. But it's hard to get over, I suppose, if you're not winning. But yeah, it's better to lose to people like Dolph Ziggler, isn't it, than to beat up jobbers with no names that Ryback did for like 2 years. So whatever, guys. And then, oh fuck, what happened after this, man? I believe, was this not the end of the show or something? Then, oh, by the way, I just want to mention the Bella Twins absolutely don't belong in wrestling. When they're on commentary, they don't know if they're in character or out of character. 1 minute they say something in character, then the next minute they say something out of character. It's in and out, and you're like, holy fuck, man. You're only there because you're shagging John Cena and Daniel Bryan. That's got to be the only reason. You're not even twins anymore. It's different when they look like twins, because twins are like rare and special, but they're just a slut with small boobs and a slut with big boobs. That's all it is. So I don't know why they're there. They don't belong there. Should be shipped off. I don't know, get some divas from NXT up. They say give the divas a chance, but you look at that battle royal and it was fucking woeful, man. Paige is the only good one in there, and Natalia's alright, and Emma's decent, but Natalia's never been treated properly since her first debut. She's always had some stupid gimmick with Hornswoggle or some farting pish, or like last week she was doing a Burger King advert or some shit like that, man. So yeah, Paige is only diva that's worth. She's the only good one on the roster that they care about, that's getting pushed properly, or whatever. Like, so yeah, but fuck, Divas a chance, man. No, thank you. Rather watch paint dry. Anyway, so we move on to the main event, which was a contract signing between Randy Orton and Seth Rollins. And I don't like Randy Orton as a face, but I find him pretty boring either way. But to be honest, I think he's actually doing some of his best work that he's done in years. I hated face Orton, especially when he was bartering Christian and beating him every week there on SmackDown for the World Heavyweight title. But I think the last couple of months, Orton has been doing alright as a face. I'm not going to say he's been doing good, but he's been doing alright, and he's not as boring as he has been. Maybe that's to do with working with Seth Rollins, and Seth Rollins is a very good heel, and he's probably the future. I believe he is the actual future of the WWE. That's not just a nickname. I do believe he is the man that will take WWE forward, and I do believe he should be the face of WWE, whether he's heel or face. He can always change that down the line, but he's probably the best wrestler. He's got a good look to him. He's good on the mic. Good appearance, everything's about Seth Rollins is good. So anyway, they have the contract signing. Well, they didn't contract sign, they had the stipulation thing. Seth Rollins says no RKO, Randy Orton says no authority, steel cage, blah blah blah. Bit of a brawl. He nails an RKO on, was it Mercury or was it was it the other guy? Fucking hell, what's his name? Noble. He nails the RKO on one of them, since they can't do it at Extreme Rules, and basically that's the end of Raw. So it had some decent moments, like the Cena match, the Dolph Ziggler match, Big Show and Reigns confrontation, Paige winning and having a nice wee, speech. I suppose the Randy Orton and Seth Rollins thing was pretty good. I liked the segments with Kane. So overall, compared to the usual Raw, it was an okay show, compared to standard Raws now. It was okay, but yeah, compared to past Raws, this one, like years ago, the Raws were really better than this. But compared to what I've seen, what I'm used to over the past couple of years, this was a decent Raw, guys, and that's what I'm going to give this 6 out of 10, guys. 6 out of 10 this Raw gets, that's it. So if you want more Raw reviews, wrestling reviews, Impact Wrestling reviews, ROH reviews, I might do shit like that, if I get time and if some event catches my eye. So that's it, like, subscribe for more shit. There'll be loads of videos, loads of reviews, rants, all that shit coming to Son of Scotland TV, not 90, guys. TV, even though it's not a TV station, man, we're on here on YouTube, but that doesn't matter. It's the fucking name, Son of Scotland TV. And until next time, peace out.